Hey guys, I'm kind of a hot mess today, and my husband actually has the good camera, so I'm here on my computer again today because I didn't want it to be late. Cat, he keeps, yeah. So today I am 10 weeks, and I am absolutely amazed. Can't, I just can't believe that I've made it this far, that nothing has happened so far, and it's still very surreal to me. It's still weird that this is happening for us after all this time. So I'm still trying to wrap my head around it some days, especially since I am still so kind of early on and not feeling a whole lot. Definitely not feeling any movement, so it's still pretty surreal. He's tickling my ear. I don't think my due date is going to change at all anymore, so I'm just going to start leaving that out. Baby went from the size of a green olive last week at 9 weeks to the size of a kumquat today, which is pretty cool. I don't really know what a kumquat is. So apparently it's about 1.25 to 1.5 inches long, crown to rump, so that's pretty cool. And it's starting to really look like a baby. Last week it was still kind of looking like an alien with like the major head part like flopped over. Emotionally, this week has been pretty good. Nothing major going on. In week 8, we were feeling really stable. And week 9, I felt like the beginning of the week, I was still super stable, was still not worried about anything. And then as the very end of week 9 came, on my app that I'm using, the Glow Nurture app, my May due date board, there are now some people who have had ultrasounds and have had miscarriages. We're kind of getting to that point, and I should know better than to read some of those posts, but I did it anyway, trying to be supportive, and it just kind of got to me. So there is a part of me that's worried that we have had a miscarriage. I'm still having symptoms, so I think I will probably be debating this week whether to get an ultrasound at our next OB appointment during week 11. Part of me is a little bit unstable, or not unstable, a little bit uneasy at this point. I think mostly because I still can't feel baby, and I know I should not be able to feel baby at this point, especially since it's the first pregnancy. I know that I will likely not feel baby for at least a few more weeks. So I get that, but it makes me a little bit uneasy, especially since it's not like, baby is the size of a seed or anything anymore. It's something substantial and it's moving around. It trips me out that I can't feel it. Physical, not a whole lot has changed. I am still pretty hungry, and there are days where it's less so than others, but the majority of the time I'm still pretty hungry. I'm still pretty tired. It's not every day, but there are definitely days where I feel like a zombie and don't get anything done around the house. There are days that I'm more productive, so it's good that I actually have some of those days too. I am still having some sciatic pain. I tried going to an aerial yoga class, which I have done before, and I really liked the aerial yoga. It's amazing how good you can feel once you're totally stretched out like that. But in parts of aerial yoga, you're in a hammock, so parts of it, the hammock is kind of across your hips and right across your uterus, which obviously in pregnancy is not the best thing to do. So instead of putting it right at your hips, you do it a little bit lower, which was kind of painful on the outsides of my legs. Don't think I'm going to really particularly push doing aerial yoga. I was just hoping that it would help with the sciatic pain, and it helped to stretch out, but it didn't help immensely with the sciatic pain. So I don't think I'm going to really bother continuing to do that, but I did find that some of the just straight yoga poses and stretches really helped. So I downloaded a couple of prenatal yoga videos on Amazon, and I'm going to use some of those. My breakout finally cleared up, and then I kind of broke out again, and that's clearing up now, so that's kind of nice. Hoping that I'll at least have a break, but like I said, it makes sense because there's a whole lot of hormonal stuff going on in these next few weeks. So I really wasn't getting much bump. I was getting a little bit of bloat here and there, but that's about it. And getting towards the end of week 9, I've gotten to this point where I start out with my normal tummy in the morning, and then by the end of the day, it's pretty bloated. So I have like food evening belly. So that's been kind of interesting to watch as the day goes on, just my belly get like all bloated and whatever. And in terms of TMI symptoms, I really don't have any. I really don't. Not at this point. Haven't had a doctor's appointment this week. No house changes. Did not have any baby buys this week, but I did go into our shed and took a look at what we have. We kept a bunch of clothes and stuff from the kids and from the stuff that we had bought before the kids came home for baby kids and all that, just to kind of take stock of what we have in terms of newborn and 0 to 3 month clothes, in terms of diapers, because we have a bunch of cloth diapers, but not necessarily newborn cloth diapers. So I only have 3 newborn cloth diapers, so we'll have to buy some more. Just kind of taking stock of what we have versus what we will need, and whether we will need those things right away or whether we will need those things within a few months of baby being born. Also contemplating what things we're going to keep versus what things we're going to sell and get new ones of. For example, we have the City Select Double. I love that stroller. It's an amazing stroller, and it's one of the best kid products that I have ever had. I just adore that stroller. However, the kids are now 6. They're getting pretty big, and they're 6. So realistically, unless we're at like Disneyland or something for days on end and we really need something where they can just crash out, there's no point in having a double stroller anymore. We sold the double jogging stroller because pushing a jogging stroller itself is fairly decently heavy, especially a double. A double's like 20 pounds or something, 24 pounds. And then you add the fact that my kids are pretty tiny, but they're pretty solid. So you add an extra 100 pounds, and then you're pushing, 130 pounds and trying to run at the same time. Like, it gets pretty intense. And truth be told, there's no way I'm going to run with all 3 of them. So, we're contemplating selling the City Select Double with the kickboard, and then having that help to fund the new jogging stroller that is a single, and just kind of having one stroller. When it was 2 kids and you're talking about a double wide jogger stroller versus a double stadium seating tandem stroller, it made sense to have 2 because you can't really run with the City Select. You don't really want to go a ton of places with a double wide stroller if you can help it. So it made sense, but it doesn't make sense at this point. So we're kind of looking at that. We are also looking at, my car is really old. It is a 2000, meaning it was built in 1999, and it's got 190,000 miles on it. We're getting to the point where we need to replace it. So we'll be doing that in the next few months. I haven't started reading anything new yet. Still watching a bunch of documentaries. Haven't told the kids yet. We're going to be telling them the next couple weeks. And that's kind of it. I will try and insert a bump pic, but I don't know if I actually have one because a bunch of my pictures got deleted when my computer crashed at some point during the week, and I don't know if it deleted all of my 9-week bump shots. If so, I might have to insert next week if I can recover. So hopefully I can recover it or find them And if not, I might just not have a 9-week bump shot, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. So I thank you for tuning in. Thank you for caring. Sorry, this is kind of a boring week, but I will talk to you guys later. I hope you're all having a great week, and I'll see you next week for week 11. Bye.